Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another counter-side video. Alright, so let's talk about Rearm Irie specifically in this video. A lot of you guys have asked me about Rearm Irie yesterday. It's been one day since the Rearm came out, so hopefully I'll be able to give you guys my thoughts. This video will be uploaded to the second channel, so hey, if you guys are here, consider subscribing as well. So let me show you guys what is her leader skills. Very important, you need to understand what is her leader skills and how strong is she going from there. Wait, what? She just disappeared from here? Wait, what happened? Defender? Oh, she's now an SR. Okay, I forgot about that. So as you can see, this is what the gears I'm using on her. Very crazy gears, a bunch of, a bunch of good gears right here with the anti-ground damage from all of these mace gears. And the important thing to note is her leader skill gives her 40% barrier. Now, with the barrier, the rest of the skills doesn't seem to improve that much. You get range, you get more barrier from the special skill, and decreased cooldown for the ultimate skill. That's pretty much about it. So let's talk about Irie's role in PvP right now. In PvE, I do think that she's going to be quite good. However, one thing that I want you guys to pay attention to is I don't think she improved much over the previous version. The reason why is because her cost is increased. While all the skills definitely gets a buff, right? She can upgrade her skills to level 10, upgrade the skills, special skill, ultimate skill to level 10. But her cost also increased to 3 as opposed to 2. And in PvE, you have to set her as leader to be able to benefit from her leader skill. Alright, so there's a tower ceiling right here. So notice she can take quite a lot of punishment right there from the tower ceiling. Alright, so we are not exactly getting like destroyed instantly, but I would say that's a pretty good, we are taking pretty good hits right there. Alright, not too bad for 110 R units that you can get for free. Pretty much free if you're playing since day one, you know what I'm talking about. Not exactly free, but yeah, I believe most players have Irie as their, 110 units because Irie and Cindy is like one of the staple if you are new to the game, like one of the first R units you need to build. Now let's keep in mind about Irie in general, alright? I think until today, as of the time of me recording this video, she is the only Rearm unit that's an R type. She's the only R Rearm unit. I don't think there's anyone else. Most recently they got Laura Beatrix, but that's an SR. So Irie is still the only R unit that receives a Rearm update so far. So hopefully the rest of the R units will follow suit. I'm kind of curious if any of them will make it into the meta. Maybe Cindy will be a good one. Ingrid is kind of cool as well. She's being used a lot. So Cindy, Ingrid, maybe Kim Chul. So if any of you have a Claudia would be nice. Alright. So but plenty of R units for sure. I'm not sure if all the R units will get the same treatment. Maybe something like Claudia, she's already quite strong. She might not get that Rearm version anytime soon. So let's talk about my thoughts on Rearm Irie. After using her in a couple of battles yesterday, I feel like she's a solid unit in PvP, definitely. If you are much more budget conscious, you don't have much resources, and if you are new to the game, you should consider getting your Irie Rearm. Now, is she going to be good in PvE? That's the thing though. In PvE, I think it's quite hard to make use of her. She won't replace like Awaken Hilde or Awaken Nayubin in terms of tankiness, right? At the end of the day, she's still an R unit, so keep that in mind. Of course, she becomes SR when you rearm her, right? But tankiness wise, I feel like Irie is on par with perhaps maybe Twins. Irie is on par with Twins in terms of tankiness. But there's one issue here. Twins is still a 2-cost unit, and Twins have much more, what do you call that? A valid hit absorption compared to Irie. Irie being a single unit, Twins has 2 units, right? And I think Twins has much more value overall in terms of CC, in terms of, providing the ultimate area of effect, CC, overall, sort of stunning the enemy. Yeah, it's hard for Irie to replace Twins, but I feel like if you're talking about like not the skills, not the utility, but just tankiness overall, I feel like they are equally tanky. but it's just that Irie is 1 cost more expensive. That's the only thing that I can notice. And also in PvP, you can see Irie gets destroyed by Nayubin, alright? That's how the skills work. She gets a shield based on her max HP, but she gets destroyed by Nayubin because Nayubin removes shield instantly. That's how it works as well. So keep that in mind. If Nayubin, Awaken Nayubin is free, Irie might not be that useful. That's also something that you have to take note of. So this guy is a Lily abuser. Very strong Lily slip right there. So yeah, overall, just a couple of battles to show you guys, to give you guys an idea. If you fight Awaken Nayubin, which this guy is still a staple of the beta, whether you like it or not, I don't think Awaken Nayubin will be replaced anytime soon. He is being used slightly less than before. There's more competition in terms of Awaken defenders, with Awaken Nayubin versus Replacer King comms versus E1 comms. There's definitely less, you know, like more competition and less Awaken Nayubins in general, but he's still, at least 50% of the players still use him in Platinum-ish rank. So definitely something that you're still going to see quite often. I don't think you're going to see him going away anytime soon. And yeah, if you're fighting Awaken Nayubin, destroying your AKA 3 cost unit, so that's still, you know, it's still a good counter overall. If you want to play PvP exclusively, right? If PvP is your target exclusively, is Awaken Irie a must build? I would say yes to a certain extent if you're new to the game, obviously, right? But I mentioned certain weeks she might not see that much usage because of Awaken Nayubin. If enemy has that, that's just a straight up counter to your unit. And it's also a big problem with all of these rearm units, is because you need to set them as leader, right? So that's also one big issue. I don't know how useful it is if you use Irie without setting her up as a leader, because I do think that what makes her strong generally improves her overall tankiness is in her leader skill. Her other skills, her remaining skills, doesn't seem to provide much, but I would say mostly in the rearm skill, the leader skill. And obviously if you use more than one rearm unit, you gotta think carefully which rearm skill you want to be able to benefit from. I mean the leader skill, right? So that's also something that players have to consider. I think every player should consider building Irie, you know, rearm her, because she's literally a free unit. Like, you don't take much resources. For our units, you don't even use any of the unit data to level up the skills from level 6 to level 10. You don't need much of your resources at all. And I think most players will already have 110. So definitely consider building her up. Definitely get her up to... You will definitely, I assure you, you can definitely see some usage of her in PvE for sure. I can see some Shadow Hall, you know, cases. She's going to be tankier than Liumi in certain cases. I can see that. Maybe tankier than Serapel in certain cases as well, if you have plenty of healers to back her up. Obviously, you know, if you have those units at level 110, maybe the differences is not that too much. It's not by much. But if your Liumi and Serapel is still level 100, and then you have this Rearm Irie at 110, and if they have like a same level of gears, I do think that, you know, she will be quite good. Now in terms of gears, definitely go for HP for Rearm Irie, because the leader skill, you know, takes 40%, 35%, 40% of her HP. So the more HP she has, the bigger shield she has. So that's how you want to utilize Awaken Irie in general. And I do feel that her range for the CC, like you have seen, definitely helps her a ton in terms of trying to tackle the enemies easier. Alright, so just my thoughts on Awaken Irie. TLDR, pretty good, pretty solid, especially for new players. But if you're a veteran player with plenty of units, plenty of 110 defenders, you probably don't need her. Alright, if you have Awaken Heal Day 110, Awaken Irie 110, you probably don't need Awaken Rearm Irie. But if you're new-ish, 3 months-ish, on a budget, yes, she's quite good, and I think she can help your account in a lot of ways. So consider building her if you are those category of players. And that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the remaining battle of this one. I think it's ending soon. We're gonna destroy this Lake Superior abuser. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on the other Awaken units as well.